I'm not leaving, hon. Daisy's checking out. I'm not leaving, hon. I'm not leaving. Stay here. It's okay. Go pee pee. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving, hon. Go pee pees. Did you see her look at me like, why are you leaving? We just got here. Did you see her come over and do that? This dog is smart as hell. Good morning, ICU. How you doing? Nice day here. A little cold, but nice. Told you I ordered a new camera. Should be coming. I'm debating what lens to buy. Hey, Faye. I mailed your thing out yesterday. I'm going to really get into my portrait photography this summer. Yeah, you're welcome. Excuse me. Looks like now yesterday it was busy here. Ice fishing's winding down. I'm really looking forward to the ice breakup over at Taos. Hey, Harolding. I'd be over there today, but I don't think it's broken up enough around the shore yet. You never can tell, though. I've been reading about Bitcoin quite a bit. I'm fooling around Bitcoin and a couple others. It's kind of fun if you're obsessive like me. It's one more thing to constantly check all day. How you been, Harolding? I got a lot done yesterday. I spent more time on the phone with Medicare. Anybody that is heading into Medicare ages, which is 65, get a hold of me. I'm becoming an expert. Yeah, well, I tried to be an early riser better. I'm trying to go to bed by 12. Last night I didn't go to bed till 1. Early birds get more done, and I have been getting more done. And I've been experimenting with my antidepressants. I'm on like a new regime, taking a couple different ones. And the one's that's known as to be as a stimulant. So I want to take that early in the day. So that's part of it, to tell you the truth. Yeah, so staying up a lot less. I got that Fire Stick TV. It's actually pretty good. I mean, TV sucks now anyway. There's nothing on there worth a shit. So it isn't like I'm missing some good network shows. It's all like streaming, which is different, but I've watched a bunch of unsolved mysteries. And there was a guy, Brown was his name, in Ypsilanti. He was a real estate guy. He was shot and murdered in his office. I was living there at the time. I saw that on Unsolved Mysteries, and I also had neighbors that were murdered in Florida. Moses and Delilah. Now, they always listed their name as Moses and Delilah Law, but in some things they list her name as Bertrand. Yeah, it's there's a genetic component to that. Uh, Nighttime and daytime people, but it's working okay. It's not like I'm getting up like crazy early. I'm doing my own little holding back of gas prices. Ridiculous. I mean, I go through crazy amounts of gas anyway. Daisy's on her what would be her last day of these pills, and actually, seemed to felt better, but just the last looks like these pills might be working the last day or two. Now, technically, she should be at the vet today, but they gave me extra pills, and I didn't call them to come in there because I want to go through the rest of these pills, and hopefully this gets rid of this problem. Yeah, I watch a lot of documentaries. I sure do. Watched one on World War II fighter aircraft last night. It was interesting. You can watch YouTube too on Fire Stick too. Yeah, Toyota does a lot better on gas. Way better. Like 20 in the city and 25 on the highway. Where the Astrovan was like 10 or 11 in the city and You could get 18 sometimes, but generally around 16. So yeah, it does a hell of a lot better. I mean, I don't really like this fan that much. It's like, well, why don't you get rid of it? I'll tell you why I don't get rid of it. Because if you looked at used vehicle prices, I don't even like cars anymore. I mean, I used to. I don't even like, this soccer mom van. It's nowhere near as convenient as the Astro van. Uh, they're all small. They're vans, but they're small. Like the Astro van was a lot wider across. I could put stuff on the floor. I could reach behind the front seat and grab stuff easily. It's too congested here. I got to move stuff so Daisy can move in the back. And it's kind of hard to get into, to tell you the truth. It's easy to get out of because it sits low. But I don't really like this fan. I don't really like front wheel drive. I don't like that feel it gives you. It's like, it always feels like it's about ready to go to the pedal to the metal around a corner. If you just let your hand off the wheel for a half second, you'd be running into things. No, no, she hates them. She's gotten better, though. I've been giving her a treat because they told me leave her to a meat-based diet. I mean, not as much as I used to, so she's not eating the people food she used to. And she knows she's getting a treat after the pill. And believe it or not, she's swallowing something I know she hates to do because of that damn treat. Believe it or not. But usually I used to have to push it down the back of her throat and then close her mouth, and half the time she'd still spit it out. Yeah, no, you couldn't hide. These pills are kind of big. It's amoxicillin, and you couldn't hide it in a peanut butter. She's, you know, not that you're a genius dog, but she's you're not tricking her on too many things. You could give her a bunch of chopped up filet mignon. At the end of it, you'll see that pill sit in the middle of the plate by itself. She's wolfing that meat down left and right. Think she's not even taking time to breathe. Then you look after 10 minutes and the pill is just sitting there. Yeah, I paid 3,500 for it. They're going for like 65. There's a couple little worries about this. This has a timing chain, not belt, which is good. I got the fluids changed. I got ripped off, but when I went in to get it, I got a mental thing about just driving around with dirty oil. That's why the Astro van's still ticking at 454. And a lot, for some reason, as good as the reputation as these Toyotas have, they're always talking about how you ought to break out a party hat if you hit 300,000. That's nothing if you take care of an engine. And that's another big mystery with this. This was an old guy that owned this. You can tell this sat under a tree for a while somewhere. Then they probably finally decided to sell it. COVID actually ended up getting this guy. And oil change up the yin yang. There's a million of them. If you run a Carfax, but nothing else. So, this has got, I think, 197,000 miles. I mean, I'm not saying Carfax is everything. It's you can tell it's been maintained, but the big question mark, did this guy ever change the transaxle fluid? I already did, right? But did he ever change the radiator fluid? You know what I mean? Is the cooling system up to snuff? I don't know. And I'll tell you one thing that is absolutely for sure, and that is the cost of parts on these Toyotas. They screw you so bad. I was thinking of getting the air conditioning redone on the Astro van. I'm glad I didn't. But you're talking about like $1,800. That's doable. I mean, especially with 90-degree days all the time like we get up here. And I looked at, let's say the worst scenario, it's 200,000 miles. You need to go through everything on the air conditioning. It's like $5,400. It's like you're out of your mind. So, in transmissions, they kill you on these things too. So it's a big question mark just what was done to this thing. Now, if it was maintained, I don't worry about 200,000 miles. But if there's things that he missed because he was cheap, uh, I'm worried. If I'm going to have something go south, I want it to be an American car. This is West Branch car that I go out and buy. If it wasn't such a gas guzzler, I'd get a Suburban. So hard to park. This thing is like, so you can't, for getting into this for 3,500 in this crazy used car market, I'm not going to do any better, but I don't really like it. I don't. It's just, I don't know, it's just boring to me. Front wheel drive sucks. Actually, this hill that I got to go up here, if it was colder and there was no UV light rays melting the snow, I probably couldn't make it up. I need new tires. That's another thing I'm debating about trading this. I thought I had a good Astro van lined up. As it turned out, it's a typical used car dealership you'd see in a movie. Don't call you back, full of shit. Don't really have the vehicle. Come on. Good girl, honey. Atta girl. Daisy really looks forward to coming over here. Hey, lady. Jackie. So, I'm going to drive the Astro van too. I got that 200-mile tow thing from AAA. So I'll use it for my Mackinac bridge trips and, I've never had a car that I was trying to keep the miles down. It was always balls out. Kind of excited about getting this new camera. I set up bird feeding in my back porch too, but it's still new, and I'm getting a few scragglers in there, but I should be getting some pretty good video on some good migrating birds. Birds are absolutely fascinating to me. Come on. Come on, hon. Get up there now. Come on, honey. You good girl? Daisy has a hard time jumping sometimes too. Go on, hon. There you go. Come on, get up there. Get up there. Hey, look at that, honey. Oh, it's crazy, Amber. Yeah, it's nuts. I'll be coming through there this summer with your photo. I still got it. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. I had an antique dealer I know the other day asked me about that. Wanted to know if I still had it, and I wanted to sell it. Go on, hon. If you're into Cincinnati, which you live there, you probably are. You're gonna really love this photo. I go through and gas anyway. So is it that much different? It isn't like it's going to change your lifestyle because you're driving less. It's like winning a scratch off for a couple $100,000. I mean, it's cool. Take you forever to save couple $100,000. It's great, but it's not a real lifestyle changer. You're not going out and probably paying cash for a new Corvette. That'd be 120 of it if it had a bunch of cool stuff in it. Yeah, I'd like to. I've never been over to Europe, and the reason for that, you might not think it's valid, because I was a huge paper collector. Diaries, photographs, negatives, just nuts. And I had so much stuff from Europe, it was ridiculous. I probably had 1,000 indentures, good ones, small over. That is such a cool looking document for a cheap price. Yeah, they're getting gas went down 2 cents, 4.23 here. I've been fooling around with this cryptocurrency. It's kind of fun. I wouldn't suggest it though, I'll tell you that. Oh, good for you, Amber. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff to do down there. That'll be a good time. Have fun. Hey, Blue, how you doing? All right, you get try and hoard as many groceries as you can. You have a good day today. Oh, good for you, Jackie. Oh, you have a good time, Amber. Mammoth Cave, they'll remember that for the rest of their lives. It's cool when they turn off the lights in there, how dark it is. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, actually. I think I'm going to take Anthony today to lunch. I got a lot done. Spent my whole damn day on the phone. I got a brand new used tripod, nice one though, and I screwed it up. I was taking the screws out to lube them with this special lubricant for tripods, and I heard like something drop, and it's like, what the hell is that? So it turns out there's this machine part on the back of this nut that controls the uh, plate sliding. It's like a tensioner. There's no way I can get that thing on. I spent 2 hours on the phone on that, trying to talk to these Sackler dealers that, Sackler's a German company. Nobody knows how to work on these. I can't even use this thing now. I just got it. God damn it. Yeah, I know Ohio has some good ones, yep. Mary's not supposed to drive for 3 months. She introduced me to a husband of a friend of hers last year. Really good guy. They owned a bookstore up in Northport. Yeah, it was Northport. And he died. She sent me the obituary. Hell of a good guy, artist, author, college professor, kind of a neat guy. I was looking forward to talking to him this summer. All right, have a good day, Blue. Hey, Joseph. It is a nightmare for somebody that's active like her. You better believe it. She's went through some heavy duty pain, too. Here she is right there. Yeah, I don't think it's sad, though. The reason I don't is, first of all, I wasn't with the guy like your girlfriend was, but that guy led a fulfilling life. I mean, I could understand how you would miss him, but if you look at what that guy did in his life and he ended up being up there at the end of the road and going to Arizona for the summers, I mean, he left on one hell of a high note. Nice wife or his girlfriend, whoever she was. I mean, he left it. That is one hell of a CV that guy put together. And you know that it doesn't last forever, but I mean, you look at his obituary, I'm thinking, all right, man, you checked off this bucket list pretty good. No, Sandusky's cool, Amber. Yeah, no, it's not cold all year. It's actually warm. It's a warm lake, warm lake. Well, either way, my condolences, but man, that guy to me was like a cool guy. Yeah, send me that, man. I may buy that just for the hell of it. Thank you, Dave, for doing that. Yeah, appreciate it. That sounds perfect. Plus, I could come down there, we could party. I still want to do that drowning video, too. I'll pay for your expenses for that, too, because I've been wanting to do this. And as you know, some kids have drowned there over the years. And I don't know anybody else that scuba dives. I'll tell you, a lot of birds been showing up. They like the hearts of sunflower seeds. Pine siskins. I got a million of them. Look up pine systems. There's the cutest. They're the cutest little birds. I'll look at this as soon as I get off, Dave. I didn't even know Suzuki made cars. To tell you the truth. Yeah, what sucks is that he died as a consequence of surgery, which everybody knows there's risk, but it's pretty low risk. And here, this guy ends up dying. That is sad. I think when I go out, I think you're just going to find the jacket for the DVD Debbie Does Dallas stuck to my forehead and a knocked over half full dragon's milk. That's the way I want to go out. They'll say, well, there were a couple like oddities with Tom Reed's death, and we'd really rather not talk about it. It's like, what do you mean you'd rather not talk about him? He talked about him. What happened? What's the deal with the guy? It's like, well, he had a massive heart attack watching Debbie Does Dallas for the 11,000th time. Yeah, we could do that. Yep. Yep. I'll start getting the alfalfa sprouts prepared for Mary. And the fresh caught wherever I'll catch it. Be fresh caught, all right. I'll get a bottle of fine wine. Are you flying into Traverse? That ought to cost you a fortune. You know, for a long time, they had a federal grant that made affordable airfare. I thought that it expired, though. Yeah, they're crazy when you fly into Traverse City anyway. Unless they're trying to fill up a plane in Detroit, which they do a lot. Let's see if I can catch these bald eagles. Daisy's always paying attention. Hey, hon. Go ahead, jump. Gotta get a running start up this. I'll never make it. You might buffer for a second, but it'll get better. That's how it is where you live, Dave, though. You know, they say that snow belt down there snows in July. I remember going to Michigan a lot when I was living downtown Chicago and constantly get creamed on around there, that Michigan City area. There are a couple young eagles over here where I get up on top of the spot. Here's a couple of big birds. Oh, those are crows. Where I was at was not too good of a signal. Sure, I'm lucky to live up here, though, I'll tell you. I was talking to a clerk at the Red Roof Inn. I told her she's welcome to come up. I'll get her one of my rooms. It's an older black lady, sweetheart. I've known her for a long time. I think some people get lonely. I'm lucky I'm not one of those. I think my life would probably be completely different if I was that kind of personality. Indeed. Lucky to be able to live up here in this beautiful up north weather. You know what's surprising to me is like I've been coming up here since '77. I mean, there are a lot. There was times I didn't come up here for years, but anyway, all these years, and I thought this place would really be developed. It's a popular stop when you're going somewhere else, get gas, that kind of thing. And here, all this new development's just happened in the last few years. Getting a Myers, Aldi's. It's, I would have thought that would have happened during the good old days and there was tons of money around. Mary, do you need anything? Do you need me to get you some books, pick you up, take you to the bookstore? Horizon Books, you need anything? Make you a delivery of stuff? I'm sending Penny her sparkly rocks. I've never been a breakfast guy. They say it's the most important meal. I was just never really into it. Drink a big coffee in the morning. I think these people up here on the right go to Florida or something. Young couple, no kids. Kind of inherited this farm. I'll tell you, the day of the farmer, the small farmer like these people is heading south. The only reason they hang in there, I think, is trust funds. And everything's paid for. So you don't need to have, 10,000 acres when the whole place is paid for. I don't like poached anything. It's not done enough for me. Mary, you need anything? You need anything brought to you or anything? I'll get you a damn mother load of whatever you need. How about your boo-boo? Hey, Philip. How about your boo-boo? Does that need more icy hot? Oh, okay. Look, Philip, I'm in the Alps. Want to get out and do pee-pee? Like, of course I do want to get out and do pee-pee. You know that. Okay. Hi, on. Philip, I snuck in. I'm in Austria. Helga is going to be waiting on me. She's got a candy samples bra on and just got her hair done. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in the Alps. Hey, Cola. No, nah, it's nothing like it. Nah, this is more of a soccer van. I don't like front wheel drive. It's small. It's small in the front. It's hard to reach behind the seat. It's just a pain in the ass. Hey, my enemy. How you feeling, Faye? Hi, Patricia. Yeah, Vicodin is right. You better believe it. For a long time, that was the number one addictive medication for women. I'll tell you another strange thing. There was a correlation between women and an addiction to Vicodin, believe it or not. Uh, Electronic poker, video poker. It's 2007. 2007. I'll tell you another thing. Not that I would consider it a factor in keeping it or selling it, but boy, this is set up perfect for a deer to come through the windshield and kill you. You couldn't have a better design. I mean, if I told you to go out and design the front end of a vehicle to get killed if you hit a deer, this would have to take first place. And you'd have a hard time even ducking out of the way like you would in most vehicles. Because, like, from about 6 inches under your neck all the way to your head's open. It's this big, wide windshield. I mean, there's nothing to protect you. That baby'd hit that angled front end and come right through this glass. If you got a pickup, I think that just, I'm not sure what a brush guard is. Are you talking about like that angled metal in the front that they have in pickups? All that does is keeps you from being stuck there when you cream one. The damage, gets absorbed by the metal as opposed to the front end of the vehicle. Cool looking clouds today. Oh, you better believe it. Concrete floors. That's exactly it, Jackie. I've mentioned before my sister was the first single female owner of a McDonald's. And I remember her telling me a long time ago that you notice when older people, this is before everybody worked there that's older, instead of teenagers looking for experience, That's what gets older people when they go to get part-time jobs, hard concrete floors. And you can get the best shoes in the world, and it's still like those concrete floors in Home Depot, Lowe's. Yeah, walking on those all day long. You can do it when you're young, but when you get older. Oh, wow, Lori. Yeah, I mean, the likelihood of you hitting it. My sister had a masseuse that used to come up here from Detroit. He got killed by a deer down around Orchard Lake. Came right through the window. We had a couple motorcycle guys get killed in the last few years. No, Philip, right. Yeah, no fun. That's exactly right. And it always feels like, it's gyroscopic precession. When you're accelerating and you're in a turn, it always feels like, you can feel that pressure on the wheel. All right, Philip. Yeah, it's a nice day here today, Lori. Good girl, honey. That's the seat because Daisy's hopping on a seat without a seatbelt. Farm country. I'm getting a couple bird feeders sent to me today. A lot of crows out looking around. That one's looking at a dead rabbit there in the road. does have a loud horn. Downtown West Branch. Dad's gonna go in and get a box, son. You hop over there, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Good girl, huh? Good girl, huh? What are you doing, baby? What are you crying about, huh? Hi, honey. Hi, good. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, that's a good puppy. I'll start this over in a minute. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, you guys. We'll start this over.